It's time for the long-awaited next David Bowie box set. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to the unboxing of the new David Bowie box set, Brilliant Adventure. It arrived yesterday while I was at work. I didn't get in from work until 8 o'clock, so didn't want to unbox this last night. So came from Amazon yesterday in a box together with the new Matt Berry box set, which will be a separate video unboxing those. So let's get into this. You feel it in the corner. Okay, so here we have it. So I don't collect the vinyl box sets of these. If I was doing vinyl back when the first one was released, then yes, I probably would. But now those early ones are very difficult to get, and certainly not at a decent price. I'm not sort of going to start collecting the vinyl without being able to get a complete set, if that makes sense. But I'm really happy with the CD sets anyway, and they all are very similar in design, so they look good together. So yes, here we have it. David Bowie, Brilliant Adventure, 1992 to 2001. Self-portrait by Bowie on the cover. Okay, so this includes 5 original studio albums remastered, the 2001 unreleased album Toy, the expanded 20-track BBC Radio Theatre live album previously only available in 15-track form as part of a limited edition Bowie at the Beeb free CD set, and the new compilation Recall 5 with single versions, B-sides and soundtrack recordings. The set also contains a beautiful companion book featuring rare and unseen photographs, memorabilia, new and exclusive recording essays from producers Nile Rodgers, Brian Eno, Reeves Gables and Mark Platty, as well as an interview with musician and Buddha of Suburbia collaborator Erdal Kizilzai. Apologies. So we've done a track listing for Recall 5 on the blurb, but everything else they just mention the hours. So the hours? Because I saw the word hours as I just mentioned the titles. So the BBC Radio Theatre and Recall 5 are marked as exclusive to this box set. Toy isn't. Toy is getting a separate release in January, I think it is. I think it's Bowie's birthday it's being released, which I have ordered the box set version of that as well. Let's get into this. So as with the others, this is loose, but it's a nice size, but it will slip inside, so you won't lose it. So we've got a pull-out box. And there we have. So they've skipped Tin Machine. I was half expecting them to do that. It would have been nice to just, you know, have it all. But yeah, not a complete surprise. Okay, so we start with Black Tie White Noise. So they all come in replica album covers with CDs in the inner sleeves, and then separate replica inners. Buddha of Suburbia, and it's gone with this cover. The release of it I have is got the, because obviously it's a soundtrack to a TV series, Hanif Qureshi's, based on Hanif Qureshi's book. The version I have, the cover is the promotional image of the TV show. Bowie's not on the cover, I think. But it was released, I think this was how it was released in the States. But yeah, this is a sort of a bit of a lost album. Whereas the soundtrack, it didn't do quite as well as a normal album would. And it's got some really great stuff on here. Largely instrumental, but we'll have a couple of vocal tracks. Did I shave her back? Can't remember if I shaved her back. That's better. There. So then we have one outside. So it's got, again, the inner. Put them in. This also comes with a booklet. It's got all the lyrics and the story by the looks of it, because this is a bit of a concept album. Earthling. Oh, I see, and it's one of those horrible ones where you get them out from the middle. I really don't like those. And the inner. CDs are all gold CDs as well. Hours, which unfortunately they haven't gone with a lenticular cover for, which was on the early copies of the album. My copy is lenticular, thankfully. This also comes with a booklet, which again is lyrics and lots of nice imagery. I think Hours was the first of his albums that I bought on release date, I think. Let me have, sorry, these fell out as I pulled it out. So this is the BBC Radio Theatre London gig. So yes, as I said, most of this was released on my Bowie at the Beeb 3 CD set, which I do have, but there's 5 tracks on here that weren't on there. I think I do have it as a bootleg, but he was suffering from a heavy cold on the day, so some tracks they had to sort of redo and retake, and I think those were the ones that were missing. Oh, it's 2 discs. That's why we've got 2 inners. It must be longer than 80 minutes, I would have thought. So then we have Toy. So Toy, if you're not familiar, this cover, which people hate, was Bowie's concept for the album. These were re-recordings of his early songs, his sort of pre-fame, sort of Decca era and around, and even before that songs. These were re-recordings with a modern twist on them. Some of these tracks were released as B-sides around the Hours era, but the full albums never had an official release. Interesting sleeve. And then this is recall 5, so there's been a recall in each set, and yeah, it sort of brings together non-album tracks, B-sides, etc., loads of remixes, all sorts. So this has got Real Cool World from the movie of the same name, 7-inch versions of Jump May Say, or a 7-inch version of Jump May Say, Lucy Can't Dance, which I think was a B-side to Jump May Say. I might be wrong, but this is off the top of my head as I go through it. Radio edit Black Tie White Noise. Indonesian vocal version of Don't Let Me Down and Down. Single version of Buddha of Suburbia. Radio edit Heart's Filthy Lesson. Nothing to Be Desired, which again I think was a B-side. Strangers When We Meet edit. Get Real, again possibly a B-side. The live Eno mix of A Man Who Sold the World. Showgirl soundtrack version of I'm Afraid of Americans. Remix of Hello Space Boy. I Am With Name alternative version. A Small Plot of Land long Basquiat soundtrack version. Little Wonder edit. A Fleeting Moment, aka 7 Years in Tibet Mandarin version. Dead Man Walking edit, 7 Years in Tibet edit. Planet of Dreams, David Bowie and Gail Ann Dorsey. I'm Afraid of Americans V1 edit. I Can't Read, the Ice Storm long version. Foggy Day in London Town, David Bowie and Angelo Badalamenti. Fun, the Bowie Net mix. Pretty Things Are Going to Hell, the Stigmata soundtrack version. Radio edit of Thursday's Child. We All Go Through, No One Calls. We Shall Go to Town, 1917. Again, I think they're all B-sides. Pretty Things Are Going to Hell edit. Thursday's Child, New Angels of Promise, and The Dreamers are the versions from Omicron, the Nomad Soul, which was a computer game that he released around this time. Demo of Seven, Marius DeVries mix of Survive, Something in the Air American Psycho remix, Seven Marius DeVries mix, and Pictures of Lily, which is his cover of the Who track, which was on a compilation, but I can't remember which, but I'm sure it'll all be explained in the books. So they all come pretty standard to bloody etc. And it's just an outer slip. So that's all the CDs, and then you've got the hardback book, proper big, decent book, which I won't go through the whole thing. But we've got some handwritten lyrics and photos, and then they go through album by album, normally with, and going by the blurb on this one as well, interview with the engineer or producer, explaining the process for each album, some contemporary reviews, and that's sort of repeated for each album. Then for the live one, what we got? Yeah, so for the live album, there's no extra information really. Toy there is, and then Recall 5. Yeah, it goes through track by track, explaining where each thing comes from, and then credits at the back. Yeah, excellent as ever. So yeah, it's a period of Bowie that people have mixed feelings on. I enjoy all the albums. Hours is a particular favourite. Looking forward to hearing Toy, of course. But yeah, I enjoy all the albums. I think a lot of them are pretty underrated. So looking forward to giving all that a listen. So there we go. That is David Bowie, Brilliant Adventure 1992 to 2001, unboxed. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.